Do you ever wake up feeling a bit more tired than you should? Or find yourself with a nagging ache that just won't go away? Even when you feel like you're doing everything right for your health. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? We often look for those big dramatic causes for our health struggles, a new diagnosis, a sudden illness. But sometimes, the things that are quietly chipping away at our well-being are much closer than we think. They're not big, obvious threats, but sneaky, everyday items hiding in plain sight in our very own homes. These seemingly innocent things can subtly contribute to fatigue, brain fog, respiratory issues, and even chronic discomfort over time. Without us ever connecting the dots, it's a quiet, slow drain on your vitality. But here's the empowering secret once you identify these hidden culprits. You have the power to remove them and truly reclaim your comfort and energy. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common household items that might be silently making you sick. We'll explore exactly why they're a concern and, most importantly, provide simple, practical steps you can take to remove them from your environment, helping you breathe easier, think clearer, and feel more vibrant in your own home. So, lean in close, because watching all the way to the end will reveal a surprising truth that could completely transform your approach to daily living. Let's dive straight into the first item that might be quietly undermining your well-being, often without you even realizing it. We're talking about synthetic air fresheners and other heavily scented products you use around the house. Think about those plug-in air fresheners that constantly release a flowery scent, the sprays you use to freshen up a room, or even those lovely scented candles that create a cozy atmosphere. While they might make your home smell pleasant, many of these products are packed with chemicals called volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, and phthalates. These aren't just benign little particles floating in the air. They can actually be quite irritating, especially for sensitive individuals or those of us whose bodies are a bit more delicate as we age. When you inhale these chemicals, they can irritate your respiratory system, leading to issues like a persistent cough, shortness of breath, or even triggering asthma attacks for those who are susceptible. It's like a constant low-level assault on your lungs. Beyond respiratory problems, many people report headaches, dizziness, and even nausea from prolonged exposure to these synthetic scents. Phthalates, in particular, are concerning because they are known endocrine disruptors, meaning they can interfere with your body's hormone system. This disruption, over time, could have far-reaching effects on your overall health, from metabolism to mood. Imagine feeling a little fuzzy-headed or sluggish and not quite knowing why, when all along, it could be the fresh linen scent silently filling your home. So, what's the simple step you can take instead of masking odors with chemicals? Focus on eliminating the source of the odor. Open your windows regularly to allow fresh air to circulate, even for just 10-15 minutes a day, weather permitting. Consider using natural alternatives like essential oil diffusers with pure, therapeutic-grade essential oils, lavender for relaxation, peppermint for a pick-me-up, or citrus scents for a clean feel. You could also place bowls of baking soda in rooms to naturally absorb odors, or simmer natural ingredients like orange peels and cinnamon sticks on the stove. And when it comes to laundry detergents or fabric softeners, choose unscented or naturally scented options. I remember a lovely woman named Eleanor who used to complain about persistent sinus issues and headaches, always blaming the changing weather. She loved her scented candles and had a plug-in in nearly every room when she decided, almost on a whim, to switch to unscented products and air out her home more often. She was astonished at how much clearer her head felt and how her sinus congestion eased. It was a simple change, but it made a world of difference for her overall comfort. Now, let's move on to the second common item that might be quietly contributing to your health woes: your non-stick cookware. For decades, non-stick pans have been a kitchen staple because of their convenience. Eggs slide right off, and cleanup is a breeze. However, many older non-stick pans, and even some newer ones, are coated with chemicals known as PFAS, PER, and polyfluoroalkyl substances, specifically PFOA and PFOS. These are often referred to as forever chemicals because they break down incredibly slowly in the environment and in our bodies. While the manufacturing of PFOA was largely phased out in the US years ago, these chemicals can still be found in older existing products, and similar compounds are used today. The real danger with non-stick cookware arises when these pans are scratched, chipped, or overheated. When this happens, tiny particles of the non-stick coating, along with the associated chemicals, can leach directly into your food. And let's be honest, how many of us have a non-stick pan that's perfectly smooth and unscratched after years of use? Very few, I'd wager. Studies have linked long-term exposure to these PFAS chemicals with a range of health issues, including thyroid problems, high cholesterol, liver dysfunction, kidney disease, and even a weakened immune response. Imagine your body constantly trying to process these foreign substances, silently working overtime, which can lead to a general feeling of being unwell, fatigued, or just off. It's a subtle but persistent drain on your system. So, what's the practical advice here? Take a good look at your non-stick pans, baking sheets, and any other non-stick coated items in your kitchen. If you see any scratches, flaking, or discoloration, it's time to say goodbye to them. Don't wait. Dispose of them responsibly according to your local guidelines. When you're ready to replace them, consider safer, more durable alternatives. Cast iron skillets, for instance, are incredibly versatile, naturally non-stick once seasoned properly, and can last a lifetime. Stainless steel pans are another excellent choice. They conduct heat well and are completely non-reactive. Ceramic-coated pans, often advertised as green or healthy, can be a good option. But always check the ingredients and ensure they are genuinely free of PFAS. Another good alternative for baking is glass bakeware. When cooking with any pan, avoid high heat whenever possible, and never use metal utensils on non-stick surfaces, as this is how those damaging scratches occur. Always opt for wooden, silicone, or plastic spatulas. Think of it as investing in your health directly through your kitchen tools. I recently spoke with a gentleman named Robert who had been experiencing unexplained fatigue and some digestive issues. He always prided himself on cooking healthy meals at home. After watching a documentary on cookware, he realized his favorite non-stick frying pan was heavily scratched. He switched to cast iron and stainless steel. And within a few months, not only did he feel more energetic, but his digestive discomfort also noticeably improved. It's remarkable how these hidden things can affect us. Moving on from our cookware, let's turn our attention to another ubiquitous item in nearly every household: plastic food storage containers and reusable water bottles. We've all relied on these for leftovers, packed lunches, and staying hydrated on the go. They seem so convenient and harmless, don't they? However, many traditional plastic containers, especially older ones or those not specifically labeled BPA-free, contain chemicals like bisphenol A, or BPA, and phthalates. These chemicals are known endocrine disruptors, meaning they can mimic or interfere with your body's natural hormones, like estrogen. The concern arises because these chemicals can leach out of the plastic and into your food or drinks, particularly when the plastic is heated, scratched, or exposed to acidic or fatty foods. Think about microwaving your dinner leftovers in a plastic container. That heat significantly increases the rate at which these chemicals migrate into your food. Once in your body, these endocrine-disrupting chemicals can potentially affect various systems, from your metabolism and reproductive health to even subtle impacts on brain function and mood. While the amounts might seem small, cumulative exposure over years can add up, silently contributing to feelings of sluggishness, hormonal imbalances, or just a general sense of not feeling quite right without a clear explanation. It's like a very slow drip, drip of chemical exposure. The good news is, making a switch here is incredibly straightforward. The simplest and safest solution is to transition to glass or stainless steel for food storage and water bottles. Glass containers are perfect for storing leftovers, meal prepping, and even microwaving food because glass is completely non-reactive and won't leach anything into your food. Stainless steel water bottles are durable, keep your drinks cold or hot, and are a fantastic alternative to plastic. If you must use plastic, always look for containers clearly labeled BPA-free. But be aware that some BPA-free plastics use other similar chemicals that might also have endocrine-disrupting properties. So glass or stainless steel remain the gold standard. And please, never microwave food in plastic containers. Even if they say microwave safe, it's best to transfer the food to a ceramic or glass plate first. Mary, a diligent meal prepper, used to warm all her lunch containers in the microwave directly from the fridge. She often felt a strange, inexplicable fatigue after lunch. Once she learned about the dangers of heating plastic, she switched to glass containers, and within a few weeks, she noticed a distinct improvement in her energy levels and mental clarity during the afternoon. It was a simple shift that yielded a noticeable benefit. Next, let's talk about another category of items that are common in every home, but can be surprisingly detrimental to your health: harsh chemical cleaning products. We often reach for the strongest cleaner we can find, thinking it's the only way to get things truly spotless and disinfected. Bleach, ammonia-based window cleaners, powerful oven cleaners, and strong floor disinfectants are staples for many. While they might do a fantastic job at scrubbing away grime, many of these products release volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, into the air when used. These VOCs, along with other aggressive chemicals like phthalates, often found in the added fragrances of cleaning products, and strong acids or alkalis, can be incredibly irritating to your respiratory system, skin, and eyes. Imagine inhaling those fumes while scrubbing your bathroom or kitchen. For seniors, whose respiratory systems might already be a bit more sensitive, or who might have underlying conditions like asthma or chronic bronchitis, the exposure to these irritants can exacerbate symptoms, leading to chronic coughs, shortness of breath, headaches, dizziness, or even skin rashes and chemical burns. Prolonged or frequent exposure to these chemicals, especially in poorly ventilated areas, builds up over time and can contribute to a general feeling of being unwell, similar to a low-grade cold that never quite goes away. It's not just about immediate reactions. It's the cumulative effect on your body's systems that can slowly wear you down. The good news is, you don't need industrial-strength chemicals to have a clean home. There are many effective, natural, and far safer alternatives that work just as well, if not better, without the hidden health risks. White vinegar, for example, is a fantastic disinfectant, degreaser, and deodorizer, excellent for cleaning windows, floors, and bathrooms. Baking soda is a gentle abrasive and odor absorber, perfect for scrubbing sinks and tubs, or refreshing carpets. Lemon juice is a natural whitener and stain remover with a pleasant, fresh scent. Simple Castile soap mixed with water can tackle most everyday cleaning tasks. When you do use any cleaning product, regardless of how natural it claims to be, always ensure the area is well ventilated by opening windows or using a fan. Consider wearing gloves to protect your hands from drying or irritating chemicals. And always read the ingredient list carefully. Look for products that are transparent about what they contain and avoid anything with fragrance listed as a vague ingredient, as this often hides a cocktail of chemicals. I remember John, who always had a chronic, unexplained cough, especially when he cleaned the house. He thought it was just seasonal allergies. After switching to simple vinegar and baking soda for most of his cleaning, his cough significantly reduced, and he found he could clean without feeling breathless. It was a revelation for him, realizing the very products he used to keep his home clean were actually making him feel unwell. Finally, we arrive at the fifth, often overlooked, everyday item that can quietly undermine your health: outdated and unused medications. This isn't about the medications you're actively taking and managing with your doctor, but rather those old prescription bottles gathering dust in the back of your medicine cabinet, the over-the-counter remedies you bought years ago, or even prescriptions from a past ailment that you might have forgotten about. It's incredibly common for medicine cabinets to become graveyards of old pills. And it's a silent danger. Medications have expiration dates for a very important reason. Over time, their chemical composition can change. This means they can become less potent and ineffective, so you're taking something that isn't actually doing what it's supposed to, which can be dangerous if it's for a critical condition like blood pressure or heart rhythm. Even more concerning, some medications can degrade into entirely new chemical compounds that might be toxic or harmful to your body. Imagine taking a medication thinking it's helping, but it's actually contributing to a subtle illness or discomfort beyond expiration. Having a cluttered or disorganized medicine cabinet dramatically increases the risk of accidental misuse. It's easy to mix up doses, take the wrong medication by mistake, or even accidentally double dose if you're not absolutely clear what you're taking. This is particularly risky for seniors who might be on multiple medications, where drug interactions are already a significant concern. An accidental mix-up can lead to dizziness, confusion, severe side effects, or even require emergency medical attention. It's a quiet source of potential harm, sitting right there in your bathroom or kitchen. So, what's the crucial step here? It's time for a thorough and regular medicine cabinet clear-out. First, go through every single bottle and box. Check the expiration date on everything, prescription and over-the-counter alike. If it's past its date, it needs to go. Second, consider why you have unused prescription medications. If a prescription was for a specific past condition and you're no longer taking it, or if your doctor changed your dosage or medication, it shouldn't be kept just in case. Never share prescription medications with anyone else. And never take someone else's medication. What's right for them could be very dangerous for you. Third, and most importantly, dispose of these medications safely. Do not flush them down the toilet or throw them in the trash, as this can contaminate water supplies or harm wildlife. Many pharmacies offer medication take-back programs, or your local waste management facility might have specific guidelines for safe disposal. It's essential to check your local resources. Finally, keep all your current medications in their original, clearly labeled containers. If you use a pill organizer, ensure it's clearly marked and refilled regularly to avoid confusion. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about all the medications you are taking, including over-the-counter remedies, vitamins, and supplements, to ensure there are no unintended interactions or unnecessary duplications. Eleanor, who had felt increasingly disoriented and dizzy, discovered she was accidentally taking 2 different blood pressure medications that looked similar in her overflowing, disorganized medicine cabinet. Once she cleared it out and organized her current prescriptions, her symptoms vanished, revealing the hidden danger she had been living with. What we've explored today isn't about making drastic, overwhelming changes, but about understanding the subtle, often unseen influences around us. We've talked about those sweet-smelling air fresheners that subtly irritate your lungs, the convenient non-stick pans that can leach harmful chemicals, those ever-present plastic containers that might disrupt your hormones, the powerful cleaning products that can compromise your breathing, and even the seemingly harmless expired medications, silently posing risks in your cabinet. Each of these, in its own quiet way, can add to the burden your body carries, leading to discomfort, fatigue, or even illness without you ever realizing the true source. But here's the truly empowering part: tackling these issues doesn't have to feel overwhelming. You don't need to overhaul your entire home in a single day. Instead, choose one item from today's list that resonates most with you, perhaps the one you suspect might be causing you the most trouble, and make a conscious effort to swap it out or manage it better. Start small. Replace just one old non-stick pan with a stainless steel one. Try opening your windows for 15 minutes every morning instead of using an air freshener. Swap out your plastic water bottle for a glass one. Make a commitment to clear out your medicine cabinet this week. Small, consistent changes truly accumulate into significant improvements in your health, your energy levels, and your overall sense of well-being. Imagine waking up feeling more rested, breathing easier, having more mental clarity, and simply feeling more comfortable and vibrant in your own home, all by making a few simple adjustments to your everyday environment. Your home should be your sanctuary, a place of peace and healing, not a source of hidden health challenges. You have the knowledge now to make it so. I'd genuinely love to hear from you. Have you experienced any subtle health changes that you now suspect might be related to one of these everyday items? Or perhaps you've already made some of these changes, and you've felt the difference firsthand. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights and stories could truly help someone else in our wonderful community who might be struggling with similar issues without knowing the cause. And if you found this video helpful, if it offered you even one useful piece of information, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That simple gesture truly helps our channel reach more people who could benefit from this vital information. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on more practical, easy-to-implement tips for living a vibrant, healthy life at every age. You have the power to create a healthier, more comfortable environment for yourself. Embrace these insights, make those gentle changes, and truly live your best life at every age.